Drum for the Song podcast.
He said, right, I've got a deck for you up in London. So I went up in London. Luckily, I could do it because I was a musician, even though it should have been over 18s. And I played with this really good session band, house band. And I did the gig. And of course, I thought, wow, great, I've done it. Just nailed the gig again. Came back and then I had the next lesson. And Bob went, how did the gig go? I said, I nailed it again. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for the debt, but I've made you proud, mate. You know, I've done a good gig. He said, you were rubbish. I went, what? He said, you're rubbish. He said, yeah, the bass player and the keyboard player, they called me up and said, don't have you again as a debt. And I almost started crying. I went, what? I said, but I nailed it all. He said, right, this is the lesson you've got to learn. It's not always about playing it right, Russ. What you've got to understand, the most important thing about being a musician is being musical. The second most important thing, which joins that first thing, is having good feel. He said they'd sooner have you messed up a few of the charts, but you had a great feel and a groove and you were musical, rather than you playing it like a robot. And I couldn't believe it. And so he then said, right, listen to Little Feat, listen to Steely Dan, listen to Bernard Purdie, listen to Jess Porcaro, listen to, you know, and so all of this, all the guys that got all those great grooves and everything like that. He said, just listen. He said, don't do anything, but listen to how they play it, think about why they would play it, and soak in that magic that you probably haven't heard before. All you've done is listen to the top surface of the music and not delved under to understand what makes that band swing more or groove more laid back. And so that's what I did. And that completely transformed my whole playing, of course. It's no good being able to play everything, but now I've got to turn it into music.